What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another live stream. Today is just going to be random reseller related Q&A, eBay, whatever platform you decide to sell on. If I can answer the questions for you, then I will. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me. Hope all is well. Really hope sales are doing good for you guys. Really hope you're having high dollar sales. Got a couple of people already in the building. What's going on? Hickory Springs is first. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We got Scott. He says he's second. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Bryce, what's going on? So for the document, that Word document that you gave me, I put it in my video description. So anyone that wants to learn how to make custom SKUs for their packages to be able to find their orders, there's a link in my description. And if you look at the last day in the live video that shows you how to make custom SKUs, all the missing piece is a document that I got from Bryce here. So now you can have that. You'll be able to make your own custom SKUs, save you literally thousands of dollars over the course of your whole eBay career. What's going on, Fino? Bear to Poke Tuber, what's up, man? Don't tell Tech that I'm skipping class. Fino's skipping class too, so it's all good. You ain't the only one. He knows though, so it's all good. Emily, what's going on? How are you? Yeah, man. I was blessed that you shared it with me, Bryce, so I'm sharing it with everybody else. It was just more easy for me to put it in the description instead of like people messaging me one-on-one, like, hey, how do I get the document? So put it in the description for everybody to be able to use, and that way I don't have to get everybody's personal emails. Bobby, what's going on? How are you? Good to have you here. Dallas Urban Resale says, thanks for the coupon markdown video. Ready for the world now. Hey, let's go. Hopefully it will help you make sales. Especially with the markdown, it's just going to be good for moving old inventory. You don't want to be having items sitting in your store for a year. Like me, man, I don't know if you guys watched my, I don't know which video it was, but I had items in my store for a year that were still like 75% above market value just because I just literally didn't know what I was doing a year ago in the clothing category. And plus, man, I was just more emotional about my items, name brands. And I'm like, oh, well, I personally spent my time going to get this item. So I had emotional attachment to it, not really just being like conscious of the fact that I could drive to the bins and go get more of these by the bundle. So sell that stuff and let it go. Julie, what's going on? eBay is really slow for girls. Seems like you're always having slow sales. We need to get you some sales generated, Julie. Uh, the best and fastest way possible, my friend. Gotta get the floodgates open for you. Multi bloopers. Is that Abe Lincoln or is Donald Trump? No, it's Abe Lincoln. What's going on, man? How you doing? Nita, what's up? We're happy we can help. I am too. Nana's Treasures. Hey, Mark's been stuck in a crazy snowstorm in California last 2 days, so we've been loading up on drafts. Well, that's great that you're loading up on drafts. Not so great that you guys got snow out there. I'd assume you live in a part of Cali where it doesn't snow that often. Hopefully, people weren't driving and crashing all over the place. I know Texas, 2 years ago when they had snowstorms down there, people were sliding all over the place and crashing into each other because they're just not used to driving in that type of weather. Miss Q, what's going on? She says, hey, Marcus, just got a cha-ching as soon as I hit the thumbs up. That's what's up. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Maybe you'll make some sales too. No problem, Julie. I got my cha-ching turned down because got a few comments that the phone sounds are really distracting. So turn my sound off. Hopefully I'll hear the vibration or something. What's up, Fred Flipstone? That's an awesome name. Gotta love it. Glad you caught a live too, man. I'm so over the winter, ready for spring. Yeah, me too. You ain't the only one. People have been buying a lot of spring related stuff from me. Like, so 3 pairs of sandals today, shorts, all types of stuff. So it's almost that time. But at the same time, I sold one of those Carhartt jackets today, and those things are Sherpa lined. So There's really no rhyme or reason. People are gonna buy what they want regardless. Just last month in Dallas, also. Yeah, so that's crazy, man. Here in the Midwest, we kind of get all types of weather, so it's nothing under the sun that throws us for a loop. What's up, Lisa? How are you? Except for if I had a better car, man, because my car gets stuck in the snow. No, I'll keep that cha-ching on. I mean, I could keep the cha-ching on, but I get so many other notifications, and that's what the people were talking about. Like, I'm not gonna, just turn down the phone because it'll still be loud. It's gonna be over 75 here tomorrow. Where do you stay at, Miss Q? Missouri weather is bipolar. Exactly, very bipolar. Are you in Missouri too, Hickory Springs? Bobby says there is one guy at our bands. He cha-chings the whole time. That's me. I'll be picking up items out of the bins, and then my phone will go off, and people will go to grab for their phone, and then they'll be like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "Yep." Sorry, guys. Sorry to get your hopes up. I hear people scanning a lot of items while I'm in there. Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, I've been selling so much stuff in Ohio lately. I guess it's because it's like really really close to where I'm at. Yes, it's me, Valerie. Oh, okay. Let's see. Follow that guy, Bobby. Uh, Norma, what's going on? How you doing? So, anybody got any questions, any experiences they want to share? Anything going on interesting in eBay? I did find out recently that promoted listings fees are going to start applying for not just the one listing. Say a buyer goes and looks at my listing, right? And that item is promoted. If they use that listing to go to my store and then look at the rest of my listings, the same promoted listings rate applies for all the items they look at now, which is crazy because it used to not be that way. Uh, Almost 80 degrees in Tennessee. That's nice. Yeah, I got to get back to Tennessee. I had a blast in Nashville. What's up, Nabiar? Says hello, friends. Hi, Marcus. I guess, yeah. Hi. How you doing there, bud? Craig, what's going on, man? How you doing? There you go. Jim. Hey, Marcus. Everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. I did pretty good over the weekend. Weird thing is, I sold less items, but I made the same amount of money that I did last week. I've been averaging 1850 for the last 3 weeks of net profit. How's that possible? 1850 the last 3 weeks in a row. One week was 1857, but the other 2 weeks were 1850. So I guess they'll say that eBay gives you a certain amount of traffic. They give you a certain amount of money per day, and with the same amount of money made in 3 weeks, that kind of seems like that rumor might be true. Did you read about the promoted listings update? That's literally what we were just talking about. That's crazy. Uh, Snoop T is still listed. No biters. I'm starting to get more aggressive with the offer, but it's literally only been listed 2 weeks, so I'm not expecting it to sell anytime soon. Uh, Purple Hustle says I'm gonna pull the trigger and start selling clothes on Poshmark. I just found out my Poshmark closet is still open. It's got like 6 items in there. Uh, but yeah, you do what you got to do. What is the determining factor of you opening a Poshmark closet? Are you planning on doing any mentoring? I would love it if you would do store reviews. I'm curious what you think about my store. I am planning on doing mentoring. I would do store reviews, but I know if I continue to do them for free, everybody's gonna want them. And I know it sounds like an a hole move to charge for store reviews, but if I was to continue doing them for free, I would literally be doing them all day. So I'm trying to figure out like a fair price. What would you guys pay for a store review? Like I don't want to go to the moon. Like I literally just started offering you like can join my channel. Like I think I have like a $3.99 channel membership to where you get like the little corny badges by your name. But I was thinking of doing like a store review as an option, but I don't know the rules for like YouTube, so I don't know if that is something that they would allow me to do. But I don't know. I got to figure out the logistics and stuff. eBay just trying to find a way to make money, make more money with that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They want to do things to make more money without making the platform any better for the seller. That's a conspiracy. How weird. I don't think it's a conspiracy, bro. 48 Celsius here. What does that equal to in English terms? In Fahrenheit? Julie's from Canada, just so you guys know. If someone asks about two or more items, do you have them purchase the items first and then give them a discount on shipment? Or how does that process work? So for me, I have combined shipping turned on in my store. Uh, so for instance, the perfect example, someone bought three of the same items, just different colors. And they said they messaged me and was like, hey, I'm the one that bought the three whatever. They're like sleepwear or whatever, intimates. And I said, hey, that's great. Don't pay for them yet. I'll send you an invoice because I was in St. Louis and I was away from my computer. Sending an invoice on my phone is a little bit weird. So anyway, long story short, they ended up paying for the items. They paid $30 for all three items, and it literally cost me like $6 to ship them all out. So I just went into my eBay. The after you ship the item, you can go to your orders, and then you can refund some of the purchase price. So I refunded $2.50 for like each item, and then because she had already got the items for like $3 a piece, so she was already getting an amazing deal. But that's just the way that I did it. Now, usually the person will ask me, "Hey, if I buy more than one item, will you combine the shipping?" And I'll say, "Yeah, just put everything that you want in your cart, or send offers on everything that you want, and then let me know when you're done, and I'll send you an adjusted invoice for a shipping discount." I don't specify how much of a discount I'm going to give them. I just tell them that I will give them a discount, uh, and then I go from there. But if they pay for it and they don't ask for a discount, I mean, I just keep the money. But if they specify that they want a better deal, I give them one. Post your store. My store is the same as my YouTube channel. I'm the same on all platforms. You gotta lock it up. I even have a Twitter account. I just don't use it. So I have been selling 15 a day for the last 2 weeks, and then Saturday night it stopped and only sold four since Sunday. That's weird. And this is eBay. What about Poshmark? What's Poshmark doing for you? Uh, there's got to be something going on. I mean, I know you pick quality items. I see your Instagram posts all the time. eBay limiting you. Think it's worth having a second store? So you, dude, I used to have a second store when I first got started. Well, not when I first got started. Yeah, I guess I had one eBay store for shoes only, and then the other eBay store was for everything else. And it really got to be a nightmare to keep up with two stores, two sets of customer service, two different, inventory systems and all this and all that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna merge the two accounts, and then that was a whole pain in the butt within itself, which probably would have been like the only time it would have been worth it to have like a listing cross listing service. But I'm like anti that, so I just did it all myself. Um, but I would think that you would get better results from having one store. Now, this is the thing: if you're going to have more than one type of items in there, and say like for me, right, I list clothing, but I do have shoes and hats in my store. If I want to do my 40 a day and still do 40 a day, but add shoes and clothing into that listing habit, I'm going to have to do my 40 still and then add the shoes and the hats on top of that to be able to make my numbers still work and to get the same amount of traffic in the clothing category that I want to, in order for it to not mess things up. So let's see. Jim says, was wondering approximately how many items can you get at the bins at $1.79 a pound. I'm heading to the bins for the first time next week and just trying to gauge things. So yesterday uh I think I got 305 items, and I paid like a little over 400, like right around 450. Maybe it was like 412. I don't have my receipts on me, but yeah, 300 items for like close to 450 bucks. And my Benz is $1.89 per pound. Hi Marcus, how many items did you buy yesterday? That pick was crazy. Hopefully you didn't say it already. No, like literally just said it. So how perfect is that? Yeah, I got a charge, and that's the thing, man. I really don't want to. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm ripping them off or anything like that. But it's getting to the point to where like I get Instagram questions all day long. I get questions on my YouTube comments, quite often, and a lot of them I just go ahead and answer. But some of them, like this notepad right here, has stuff written on it. You probably can't tell because it's all lit up, but there's text on there. Those are topics for my next day in the live video. So some of the questions I really welcome. Some of the questions are the same questions that I get all the time from just different people and new resellers. Um, so it kind of gets in the way of me um, getting my work done. So eventually, I'm going to have to start charging for information, just because if it's taken away from the time that I put into my listings, then it's taken out of my pocket. Say you spent $200. If I spent $200, I'd expect to get about 100 to 130, depending on if you're getting jeans or if you're getting t-shirts or if you're getting like items that don't weigh a pound. But at least 100 minimum. I'm gonna be doing Poshmark, so I have another stream of income. So in case something ever happens to my eBay, I got Posh to fall back on. So what are you expecting to happen to your eBay? I only sell on eBay, and not selling on eBay is not a fear that I have. Uh, I don't, I don't foresee a reason why I wouldn't be able to sell on eBay. Yes, you can do. Yes, you can add it as a perk. Nurse Flipper does it through her memberships, like store reviews. Okay, cool. Then I'll add that. Hey Joe, the game show is a fun one. eBay should implement a system that helps sellers prevent from getting Veros instead of raising promoted listing prices. Man, you can say that again. If eBay if eBay knew that we are getting ready to list an item that was going to result in a Vero, there should be some type of pop-up blocker that blocks you from listing an item, just like they have the duplicate listing warning that pops up when you're getting ready to list the same listing twice. They need to do that with a Vero. What's up, Hillary? How you doing? Going great. March 16th is the next one for the game show. If you guys are not subscribed, go hook my boy up. You should do one store review on every Tuesday live for free. That way you don't get too overburdened. Time is money and your time is worth money. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Hillary Murphy, you're actually early. Time has no meaning. HDAINC, finally caught a live. Huge fan, man. Love you. Welcome to the live stream and glad you caught one. 48 equals 54 degrees. Okay. So it's not too far off. What is time even? You guys are going real deep here. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing? My store is Dan's Quality Threads. I would pay $10 for a review. I totally get his time. Time is more valuable than anything. We'll go ahead and look it up here in a second. You don't have to pay anything right now. I have my business policy set up for each additional item. Hopefully that works so I don't have to mess with an invoice. It will work if you have it in your business policies. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult across different categories. So say you got a Carhartt jacket, you got a pair of shoes, and then you got a tennis racket. Are you going to have a shipping policy that just charges an extra $2 per item on that? Because you're going to lose money. Oh, you got super chats. Word. Hey, thanks, Fino. Appreciate it, my guy. Let's see. Yeah, eBay. I spoke to them today, and of course, they told me everything is fine with my account. There's obviously something going on with it. Yeah, definitely. There's no reason for you to have 4 sales. How many items you got listed? That's just crazy. Let's see. Fisher Flips, eBay always says everything is fine. I'm experiencing this since the last year. And then I heard they let 500 people go too. So it's probably like they're they're just saying whatever they got to get people off the phone. What's up, Ed? How you doing, man? Congratulations on your sales over the weekend. Let's see. Do you ever hit up yard sales at all, or do you feel it's not worth the time? I do hit them up. It's few and far in between, just because I live in a small area. So usually there's only like 4 or 5 yard sales, maybe 10 in a day or a weekend to go to. And then when I go there, it's like just some granny selling like 20 items. You know what I mean? So like sometimes I go, sometimes I do really well at them, but most of the time I don't overbuy. I get all the items I need from the bins. I'll go to the yard sale. Say I went to the bins. My goal is 300 per week, right? Say I went to the bins and I was only able to get 250. I'll go to yard sales to try to get those other 50. If I don't, I'll just go back to the bins. What's up, Dana? How you doing? What's up, Jamila? Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the super chat, Fino. Hey, S Stamper, no problem. You're never late, always on time. Marcus, so you use Firefox or Google to do eBay? I use Microsoft Edge. Don't ask me why. It's just what the computer prompted me to use when I bought one. Well, I didn't buy this computer. This was a gift, but this was the prominent browser on there because it's a Microsoft browser, I guess. It's a Samsung Galaxy notebook computer. I guess I could have used Google. eBay is fine, but it's always that paranoia since it's the only way I make my income right now until I have the bread for a franchise. Franchise, you got big dreams, huh? Yeah, she does a private 2 hour live twice a month, and I think she has a members sign up for reviews. Seems to work. See, I thought about doing the private live, and then I could really go in depth with people to give them one-on-one advice. We could do like a Zoom call, and I could review your store, answer any questions you have directly, talk about product research, sourcing tips, and things like that. But I wouldn't really know what to charge, and I didn't think anybody would sign up for it. I guess I was going to see how the channel membership went, if anybody joined, and then because there's a secret questionnaire if you do decide to be a channel member, asking questions of what type of value you want out of the channel. I was going to see how that went, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. They should do a pop up just like when you try to list a video game case, manual, no game. Yeah, exactly. They know how to do that, but they don't know how to stop you from getting Veros. I think they just do it because I think at a certain point, like with iNads, uh, when you get into the high range, they charge you what, an extra 5%, I think, on your listings. So I think they just kind of let you ride the wave, man. They let you ride dirty so they can tax you. Just another way to get more money off you, man. Everything is a potential Vero, that's for sure. Every brand is on the Vero list. It's just some are more aggressive than others. I only do general merchandise with eBay. I stay away from high risk type listings. That's a good way to do it, man. You reviewed our store last week and we learned a lot. It is worth for you to charge at least 25 for the service. What's up, Jared? My friend, how you doing? Don't roast me too hard. I ain't gonna roast you. Let me get caught up on this chat real quick and then we'll go view your store. I know Marcus is against it, but I love selling on Poshmark. Just did my numbers and I made a great amount on Posh last year with along with eBay, of course. I'm not against Poshmark. I just don't sell on Poshmark. I'm not against cross listing. I guess I am. I just don't cross list. Anybody can do whatever they want to do in their business. I'm all for you guys making money however you got to do it. I just feel I personally get the best results only listing on eBay and only sticking them, a couple of categories. Well, the one clothing category, uh, shoes and hats. Ain't going to be no roasting, just positive criticism. Exactly. Yes, sir. You're welcome. Marcus is like 3 people in the world using Microsoft Edge. Yeah, I know my last computer I was using Google. Yeah, don't roast me, guys. Microsoft Edge is only good for downloading the Chrome browser. I got Chrome on there too. I started using which email. I got a Gmail. You guys are hilarious. Marcus still has an AOL. I never had an AOL. Running to check my AOL email. You guys are funny. Private Zoom meeting would be a lot more. I think I would charge 75 for a month. That's crazy. Nah, man, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to. It's still got to be like a fair price, right? To where people don't get ripped off, or like people don't feel like the value they're getting is uh not worth the price. Does anyone in here have a Windows-based computer or a laptop for sale? My laptop crashed and it's the one I use for my label printer. This isn't the new computer though, right? Didn't you just get a new computer recently? Uh, my desktop is a workhorse from 2007, running Windows 7, best computer. Mine is running, I don't know, Windows, whatever the newest one is, because this is like a 6-month-old computer. Can't roast Marks for using Edge and have AOL email. Hang in there, buddy. Keep the sunny side up. Hanging in there. Yeah. Use the Discord for what? Use the Discord for what? Per hour. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. I guess that would be fair, but I don't know, man. I guess so. It's I really gotta figure out a fair price that's going to be like way more value than what the person is buying. That way it's worth it, and then word of mouth will spread, and then it'll just be worth it for everybody involved. uh how long have you been doing this full time? Since October 21. No. Yeah, October 21. You ever had a yard sale have where they pull this is what it goes on the eBay routine? Yeah, definitely. Those are people those people I just walk away from because they're looking at an asking price, not a sold price, and they don't really know what they're talking about. Switch to an Apple, we won't go back. My brother switched to an iPhone and he's like regretting it. He's like, I don't understand what's going on with this thing. Stupid iPhone. Yes, it is. I took it to Geek Squad, but will not connect to the internet now. That's crazy. Right. I never said I wasn't a hypocrite. I'll miss. Okay. What was your part-time schedule like before you did it full-time? I was really never part-time with eBay. I was always full-time. I just had a job where I worked one day a week. Okay, so let's go up here to my guy's eBay channel or eBay store. Where the heck did it go? Sorry, bro. I'm trying to find what you said your store title was. Dan's Quality Threads. Alrighty. Okay. Let's pull you up here. Make sure you guys can see it. Alrighty. So, nice quality banner. Nice logo. 338 items sold, 14 followers. How many do you list a day? Let's see. Newly listed. Good quality photos. Decent brands. Title structure. I would do a little bit of work on your titles. So for instance, let me make sure this is sharing still. Let me share the other tab. So This title, right? Harley Davidson Women's 2XL Puffer Jacket. I would put Harley Davidson Puffer Jacket, right? Because you want to go brand, then you want to go whatever the item is, then you want to go gender, then size, and then color, and then keyword, keyword, keyword. So I would do Harley Davidson Puffer Jacket, women's 2XL. The 2XL and then the XXL is perfect. Uh, and then I do the color, and then I would do embroidered. Maybe like if you have more space, I feel like you have more characters left in this title than uh, you didn't use them all. So I would add more keywords in there. I see you offer a coupon. That's great. Let's see here. 805 expedited shipping. What is that? Priority mail, maybe. Let's see. Used an item that has been used previously. See the seller's listing for full details. Is this the blurb that eBay gives you? Because I would use your own. Make Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson women's jacket. This Harley jacket is in fair condition with no stains. There's a hole by zipper. Okay, good detail. Color, no faded color. Measurements. I will ship quickly, usually the same day. So shipping, you don't really need to, in my opinion, you don't really need to have that as part of your blurb. I feel it's just taking up a lot of space for nothing. But it is great that you have like real short sentences because buyers are not reading descriptions or looking at all the photos even. Let's look at all your photos. All right. Got the reseller ruler. There you go. Good deal. So you got a lot of photos, which is great. Provide a lot of detail. Let's see here. What are the item specifics at? Let's check those. What the heck's going on here? Are these just the only item specifics you have? I would definitely fill out more item specifics than this. Because that's not enough. Let's try a different listing. Let me go over here to this chat and see what you guys are saying real quick. Yeah, I don't see I don't see any item specifics in this listing. Let's try these. All details. Is it still sharing? No. I gotta share this screen. I don't know what's going on with this screen share. It used to just switch tabs automatically. Now I gotta close the screen down and open another one up. Okay. RBCA VA men's trunks. So again, title structure. I would just do RVA swim trunks, RVCA swim trunks, men's size, and I would take the word size out. So RVCA men's trunks, 36, purple gray logo pocket, whatever keywords you decide to use. After that, let's see if you got item specifics in here. All right, see, yeah, this is better. You want to do this on at least fill out the recommended if you're not going to fill out anything else. You want as many keywords or as many item specifics filled out as you can. So that way your item will be more searchable. Let's see here. Classic, personalized. This online is not a legit item specific. I would erase that. Uh, Lining material just means what the inside is. So you can literally leave that blank. Um, Drawstring side pocket. I would take that out of there too because that's not an option. Clearly, because you typed it in. Uh, and performance and activity isn't necessary to where you have to put lifeguard and recreational and all that stuff in there. You can just put swimming or something. Just one option. It's not going to make it more searchable if you like plug it up with activities. Good condition, no rips, holes, or stains. See, this condition description right here is what I would put up higher in your actual condition description. Do you list on your phone or on your computer? Because if you listed this on your computer instead of condition pre-owned right here, it would say like in italics, uh, no rip, stains, holes, or tears, or whatever you decide to use. And the buyer will automatically know as soon as they see the listing that there's nothing wrong with it. Then that'll cut down on people like messaging you, asking you questions as in the listing. Let's see. Now, text says you don't have to adjust the ruler however you did this. So if you were to leave the ruler in the settings that you had it, this measurement would take the waist and the rise measurement at the same time. So whatever you did, you changed the ruler to where it's not in the middle anymore. So if I was you, I'd put it back to where it came and I'd leave it alone, and it would take more measurements at one time. Let me go back to this chat and see if you're saying anything. You list on your phone. I would really, I mean, and this is just me. Um, I would list on the computer, man. Honestly, there's a lot more information that's easily accessible on a computer that isn't accessible on the app. Let me get this off the screen. Sorry, guys. Let me review one more listing and then I'll get caught up on this chat. Let's see here. Let's check out this sweater. Okay. Vintage Lee men's. So I would definitely put the word sweater right after Lee. I would start out at vintage Green Bay Packers sweater, men's medium. Especially don't leave the medium all the way at the end. Vintage Green Bay Packers sweater, men's medium, gray NFL collar sweatshirt. Because this definitely looks like a sweater more than a sweatshirt, so I would lead with sweater. Uh, let's see here. Check your category. Where's your category at? Shoes. I would put this in. You got this in the wrong category, but put this in the NFL memorabilia, whatever category that it needs to be in, because this is a sports item. You don't want to put anything. So if it was a Cardinals sweater, you put it in the MLB category. If it was football, you put it in the football, and so on and so forth. Someone that's going to be looking for a Green Bay Packers item is going to go to the green. They're going to go to the football category. So definitely fix that. Don't do NA on anything. Knit style. If you don't know what the knit is, just don't put anything. And I would do Google searches on different types of knits. Don't do does not apply either. NPN has nothing to do with anything that we're doing. That's for like something totally different. That's not a graphic print. That is an embroidery. long sleeve, graphic print. That would be no, because it's not a graphic print. And then you got your same blurb. So, you got a great foundation for someone that's just getting started. I don't want you to take anything that I'm saying to heart, uh, as far as like in a negative light, but you're doing really good for someone that's just started. Uh, you're doing good, the best you can at least, but really, really work on your title structure. I promise you, the moment you start changing those titles around, making sure all your items are in the right categories, you're going to start to see an increase in sales. Just because your items are going to be easier to find. Uh, Wisconsin. You're picking up decent items too, so it's not like you're listing a bunch of garbage. Just really, really fix that title structure, and then we'll do an update in a couple of weeks and see how it's going for you, with the progress of your sales and if anything's picked up. All right, let's see. I saw a video where dude went to a thrift store, took a pic of an item, created a listing in the store, priced it cheap, showed the lady at the register, and she matched the price. Wow. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Mom and pop thrift store or a chain? Yeah, it had to have been a chain or a thrift store. Mom and pop store. I mean, not sure. He was just trolling. Okay. Let's see. List 5 a day. Yeah. So I don't know how many you're selling a day, but really work on those titles and you'll start selling more. What's up, Dennis? How you doing, bro? It was funny. I bet it was. Currently listing 5 items a day, and at what point should I transition to 10 a day? I sell on average 1 to 3 items a day. So there's a couple of ways. If you're listing 5 items a day and it's like taking you no time at all, you have the cash flow to go up to 10 a day, and you're not having any problems getting any of your orders out on time or finding items or, having to cancel orders because you can't find them. Or you're not like listing items and getting ads because you didn't notice a flaw because you're moving too fast and you have a 2 week draft bank, I would say go ahead and increase it. What's up, Carlos? How you doing, my guy? Whenever you have time and the items available to list, that too. Same. What's up from Gaithersburg? Is that how you pronounce that? Maryland? Welcome. Go up in listings when you know that you can maintain the increase consistently. I always do brand, model, gender, size, color, and then anything else extra for the rest of the character limits. It's a little bit different with shoes, but yeah, that's the way to do it. I can never seem to find a reseller ruler for sale, so I just use an old school tape yellow measure. Just go to resellerruler.com. They should be back in stock by now. He hired out the process to a company that actually makes them, so he doesn't make them by hand anymore. So it should be easier to get now. What category is jacket on? It might be in the wrong category also. We're not looking there anymore. How you get away with those item specific eBay errors? Me. Uh, there you go. There's the link for the reseller ruler. I do shorts and use swim trunks as a keyword. I call them board shorts, and then I use swim trunks as a keyword as well. Let's see. I just purchased a handheld clothing steamer today. Do you ever steam or iron any of your items prior to taking photos? No, not at all. I literally don't have the time for that. I recommend you do clothing list on your PC. It's a huge time saver. Definitely. So much time saved. Do you buy clothes off of other resellers that are not interested in clothes? If you do, what are your prices you are willing to buy for bulk? So I have, and it's always been $2 a piece, minimum of 50. Buyers don't see that description in mobile; they see the one in the quotes. Exactly. That's why it's well they so you see the one in the quotes that's immediately under the title, from my experience, which is why I use the condition description box, because you're going to see immediately what's wrong with the item as soon as the item pops up on your screen in quotes underneath your title. Uh, so I don't even bother with I don't with the legit description box. I don't even bother with that. I just copy and paste my title in there and then tell them the item ships fast. Uh, Check the item for measurements or whatever my blurb says. It says, please examine the photos for measurements and details of any flaws. All clothing has been washed and cleaned per eBay's policies. Combined shipping available on multiple items. Ships fast. Uh, if I'm listing 3 to 4 picture media, it's just easier to do it on my phone. But clothing has so many nuances because every garment differs. Definitely. I create my draft listing on the computer, but then I add photos directly from my phone. I can't do the transfer to computer. I know James, my born reseller life, he does the same thing. But what type of phone are you using? Why can't you transfer them to your computer? Do you have like an iPhone and like a Windows computer or something? Because I know Mandy in the group discovered the other day that she could actually plug her USB cord into her phone and transfer them directly from her iPhone to her to her computer. And she had been doing it a roundabout way that was taking a long time, and just figured out that she could transfer them directly to her computer. I used to do that. Hickory got a flash drive that works with the phone recently much quicker. That's a really great workaround. I literally just I plug this thing up into my phone directly into my computer and it transfers them. It takes like just a couple of minutes because there's like 700 photos I do at a time. Take photos on my phone, edit in an app, and then draft my listings. Then I go to my computer and go through adding all the details to the listings before making them live. That sounds like a total nightmare, my friend. Sounds like a really, really long process. How long does it take you to do a listing? Yeah, I know. I did buy one of those flash drives for my cell phone. Haven't tried it yet. But what you waiting on, girl? Wasting money. That's crazy. I still list those on my computer because I hate watching my screen, and everything is way better to see on a 35-inch computer screen than my 6.8-inch phone screen. I hear you there, man. I'm getting ready to buy me a bigger screen for my computer because it hurts my neck looking down at my computer all day. I prefer entering the item specifics on the mobile app. It's just way faster for me rather than doing it on desktop. You see, if you would do sell similar off your own items, you wouldn't really have to change very many item specifics. Bigger screen makes me feel better. I know that's right. Hey, I totally get that. Phone screens be tiny. My screen is kind of tiny, honestly. I don't know, man. I used to have a really big phone. I went from this to this, much smaller. That thing dusty. It's like those movies where you pull a book off a shelf and blow an inch of dust off. Thanks so much for looking at my store. Thanks for the feedback. I really appreciate it. No problem, bro. Like I said, we'll check back in a week or two and we'll verify, see how things go. Or you can message me on Instagram or join the Discord and we could keep tabs on it together. Do you have local pickup turned on? No. I love my 44-inch monitor, even though I've heard that size doesn't matter. You're a fool. Nice store, Dan. Yep, there you go, bro. Do you think how much do you sell is related to your store size or how much do you list? Yeah, I do. I think that the bigger your store gets, obviously the more items you have for sale. But if your store works on a conversion rate, then obviously the more items you sell, the more you're going to convert. So right now my conversion rate is 2.0. So that means 2% of the items that get clicked on will convert to a sell. So if I have 20 million impressions and then let's say 2% of those, uh let's just go to my numbers. So that way I'm not just spewing about random stuff. Okay, so we'll go to, so I got 15 million impressions, right? My click-through rate is 2%. That means that 2% of these 15 million impressions will actually become someone that actually looks at the listing. Then from that 2%, 2% of the click-through will become a sell. So let's just do some phone math real quick here. Hey, I'm receiving offers over here I'm not even aware of. Okay, so 15 million. So that's 3 million people click into the listing. And then another 600,000 people actually, that don't sound right. That can't be right. 60,000 people. That still don't seem right. Okay, so 300,000 people will see the listing or they'll click into the listing. So 6,000 people will, it says 6,000 people will convert, but that just seems a little ridiculous because I've only sold 2,000 items in the last 2 months. So regardless, the more items you have for sale, the higher the conversion rate will be. Maybe it's the listing page views. Either way it goes. If I have 10 items for sale, two people see it, one person buys it, uh, and we use those metrics. Let's just say I have 100 for sale, 10 people will buy based on the same metrics, right? So if I have 1,000 items, 100 will sell based on those metrics. And then you just keep on increasing it as you go higher in listings. So for me, I noticed that when I got to, I think when I got to 1,000 items, I was selling like 10 to 12 consistently every day. And then the higher I got, so right when I got to around like 4,000 items is when I started selling about 25 items a day. Now, granted, I wasn't accepting a lot of offers then either. I was trying to be like more no, I want more of the money. And then now right now I'm at like 5,500, 5,600 or something like that. And I'm selling 30 to 31 a day. Uh let's see. I source at the Goodwill outlet so I can go up in listings. I'm just trying to do like 10 a day right now, but I have a full-time job and it's hard to be consistent now, so I don't even want to list 15 to 20 a day. How long does it take you to list? You can get up like an hour or two earlier and just get your listings done for the day and you can have it taken care of. 95% of phones can transfer USB to PC. I thought so. What difference does it make? What difference does what make? Okay, what difference does it make to upload from phone versus computer? The upload, it doesn't really make much of a difference on the upload speed. Uh, it just, for me, my whole listing process is faster to have the computer have the photos on there already. Now, sometimes it could depend on if the Wi-Fi is being like weird or whatever. It might take your photos 10, 20 seconds longer to upload because they'll do that weird buffering blue circle spinny thing on eBay. Whereas when I do them on the computer, I never run into that uh, at all. Another cha-ching during the live, hoping to have another great night of sales. Not sure why, but seems like for the last week, 85% of my sales are coming in evenings and overnight. That's weird because for me, I had started the day off really, really strong. Within the last couple of hours, I just haven't had really much of anything going on, but I do got these two offers. So let me check those. And Taylor Loft Pants. Yes, I will accept your offer. And we got another one. Point Fest. There's a radio station in St. Louis called 105.7 The Point. I got a Point Fest shirt. That's a really kind of niche item. Unless you're from St. Louis, you're not going to even know what Point Fest is. So I'll take that $7 offer on that shirt. Oh, Joe Mama, what's going on? How you doing? Your items never really look wrinkled. That's why I asked about the ironing, steaming. I see listings with heavy wrinkled items, and I didn't know if it made a difference or not on turnaround. So I stack my items. Well, first of all my items, like I pay my mom to wash them. As soon as she pulls them out of the washer, she folds them. So they're bagged up in IKEA bags. Items are folded already, so that automatically takes the wrinkles out of the process. I leave them in the bags until I stack them, and I stack my items the night before. So I'll stack them on that bin right there. They'll just be laying flat on top of each other, so the weight from all the items pushes any excess wrinkles out. Usually, now there are going to be some items that are a little bit more wrinkled, like linen or stuff like that. That's just a really like wrinkly type of woven material. You're not going to be able to get all the wrinkles out of it. But for the most part, it knocks about 80-90% of the wrinkles out of all the items. So I just don't do it. I've never had anybody return an item because it was wrinkly. So I'm not gonna start steaming and doing all this extra stuff. I can only imagine how long it would take me because I've been doing 65 listings now. I can only imagine how long it would take me to steam 65 items. It's probably gonna take like 3 hours. What's up, Lisette? How you doing? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Wait, why haven't you listed your old phone on eBay yet? I don't know. I got like 4 or 5 old phones. It's just faster, at least for me, since I'm able to type pretty decently fast. I'm able to do a lot more things faster on a computer than my phone. It's one of the things we agree on there, Ed, my guy. How do I get $1 million? You take $1, you multiply it into maybe $5 or $10 on eBay. Then you take those $5 or $10 on eBay and you go buy more items. You turn that 5 or 10 into 50 or 100, and then you just kind of do that, and it compounds and it compounds and it compounds. Next thing you know, you're a gazillionaire. I've been tempted to get a phone with a bigger screen, but I wouldn't be able to fit it in these teeny women's pockets. Yeah, you can fit like this much of your hand in a woman's pocket. It's ridiculous. People ask me, how can you tell if it's a man or a woman's jeans? And put your hand in the pocket. If it don't fit, it's women's. Let's see. Got it. Thank you for responding. That's what we're here for, man. It takes me too long to do a listing. I must admit, I'm still working on the process, but everything is so one off. Like I'm not selling multiple of anything yet. Bulk hand sanitizer, except bulk hand sanitizer. Okay, that makes sense. So pretty much like you're starting eBay over every single day because you're not like perfecting your craft or like niching down onto a category. But I recommend it. The sooner you can like limit your categories and just really like get to learn your items, so you'll know the item specifics like the back of your hand. And yeah, and if you sell similar when creating your listings, that's gonna save you a boatload of time. Don't start over from scratch every single time. It's just gonna take a long time. Take it easy, Fino. He's probably already gone by now. Do you lose your algorithm when in vacation mode? So the rumor is, yeah, the traffic does slow down in the algorithm, and then you'll also have a bounce rate because when a person comes to your listing and sees that you got this big red banner on you're on time away mode, they're probably not going to buy as often as they would if you were not on vacation mode. So if I was you and I was going on a trip, the thing that I would do would extend my handling time. I would not turn on vacation mode because I did do that when I went to Houston last year, and I did notice that it took a couple of days of consistent listening to get back into action. But it's just not it's just not gonna it's not gonna tank your store, but it's not gonna sell the same amount of items that it normally would. What's up, Seth? Yes, it definitely affects the sales. Math is making my head hurt. Yeah, that's why I had to just do it in simple percentages of like 10%. I use Self Similar sometimes. When I heard Marcus say he doesn't use Self Similar except if it's one of his own listings, I figured maybe I shouldn't use Self Similar because of unknown errors. Yeah, that's because I mean I'm definitely no expert, but I trust my listings over some random person on eBay's listings. So if I'm going to sell similar, I'm gonna incorporate my own errors If that makes sense, I'd rather the listing have an error that's my fault than someone else's errors that neither one of us know what we're doing. So we're just copying, and that person probably copied off of a third party. So all of us are bozos copying off of each other's listings, and we just got all types of errors in our listing, and we have no clue. Uh, Math makes my head hurt, especially tax math. That's why I pay somebody to do my taxes for me. I just pay attention to my CTR versus my SCR. My CTR means my main picture is good, and my SCR means my description and price is good. There you go. Pretty simple. Thank you for your response. No problem. I use sell similar as a starting point, but definitely check all the specifics to make sure there are no errors. To each their own. I don't sell in enough categories to where I have to go find someone else's listing. I've definitely picked up a men's shirt, a men's t-shirt, or a men's button-up shirt, so I can just sell similar out of my own categories or out of my own store. Let's see. Using sell similar means a lot of the item specifics will be filled out for you. So selling similar off your own listings will also have shipping info and promotions automatically filled in too. Exactly. Yeah, don't not use sell similar. Just preferably get your store to where you don't have to sell, and you don't need an exact identical item, right? It doesn't have to. Say, for instance, I got a polo shirt. I can use a Nautica shirt that is a polo to sell similar off of. I don't have to have the exact same item. I don't have to have a men's large t-shirt that's white by the same brand. I can use a green shirt that's a large. The thing about selling similar is you want to minimize the amount of item specifics you do have to change. So yeah, if you got a Vineyard Vines polo shirt that's a large white, great. You don't have to change very much. You might just have to alter the title a little bit to where you won't get a duplicate listing strike. But if I have a Nike shirt that's very similar to this Adidas shirt that I'm trying to list, but I don't have that exact Adidas size, color, or make listed, then I'll just copy off of the Nike shirt. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be exact. If I got one microwave, I can sell similar with another microwave, and so on and so forth. If you have similar items that you can sell similar from, it's better. But I'm an everything seller, so most are one-offs, and I couldn't imagine not using sell similar. Do you lint roll your items? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, whenever you want to sell me your 4 to 5 old phones, let me know. We'll also trade you clothing. Last time I timed myself, it took me 2 hours and 30 minutes to take pictures of 16 items, not counting the listing process. That's kind of a long time. It takes me 2 hours and 30 minutes to take 60 photos and bag them and tag them with SKUs and then take a picture of them on the scale. So you'll get faster at it. Just putting in the reps, man, getting the muscle memory going. Let's remember this moment when Ed and Marcus agree on something. Yes, this is a day in history. Lamont, it takes me about the same amount of time. I really need to speed up my photography process. The thing about taking the photos is how much time does it take you to transition to the next item. A lot of people, they do things in between, right? So they'll take the photos of the one item, then they want to check their notifications, or then they want to check Facebook, or then they want to check Instagram, or then they want to like change the YouTube video and search the homepage for the next video they're going to watch. Those things add up. So if you like literally took a stopwatch, time the process, and then press stop after every photo when you stopped working, you would come to find out that your process really doesn't take as long as you think it does. I timed myself. Now, this was an 8-hour day. Like, I did stuff all 8 hours, but the time that I was actually doing work was only 4 hours and 57 minutes. The rest of that was driving from my storage unit, drive to the post office, eating lunch, just random things in between, going to the bathroom, things like that. So all that extra stuff adds up. Made my workday 3 hours longer, and this is when I was doing like 30 listings, 35 listings a day or something like that. So today I got my workday done at 4:30. I started working at 9 o'clock, I think. No, I started launching my listings at like 8:30 this morning. And then I finished my workday at 4:30. That's from me doing my photos. That's me driving to the post office. That's me coming back home. I actually had to go to my mom's house to pick the items up this morning because I didn't have anything. I just got back from the bins last night, so I had to go pick all those items up, and I was still finished at 4:30. And that's listings. I think I did 61 items today because two of the items had issues with them. One of the items I had to lint roll. There's literally nothing wrong with the item, but it's got like all this like I don't. It's not hair. It's not dog hair or pet hair. It's like fibers from something in the wash, and it's like a pair of polyester Nike pants. And this stuff is stuck on there, guys. I've washed them 3 times. It's not messing with it. Redonate them. Uh, so that that's not a bad work shift, honestly. I wish I could get a little bit faster, but like I said, man, it just really all depends on the reps and muscle memory. So I'll get faster. This time last year, I was only doing 12 or 15 or something like that. I did 19 drafts during this live. Going to be listing all of them to 4 platforms in the next hour or two after I eat dinner. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Get that money. Please like the video. Yes, please do. I had to niche down. If I had to niche down, I would quit being a reseller, but I have a different business model than you, so it works for me. Yeah, do what you do. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you wake up in the morning to love your job. I'm not in this to enjoy it. I'm in this to make money from it. So we definitely have different we have different points of view on it, but our results the same. We both pay our bills with it, so that's really all that matters. I do eBay for an income. I enjoy doing it, but I don't do it because I like what I'm listing. As I list clothing more and more, I do gain an appreciation for some of the items. Like I can look at an item and be like, "That's a cool shirt," even though it's something I would never wear. I can recognize and respect certain clothing items that like so for instance, I got this Panhandle Slim pearl snap button up shirt. I'm not a cowboy. I'm not country in the least bit. And I like really like this shirt. I was like, man, it's my size too, but I would look like a fool in it. So, I might not wear some of the things, but I definitely have a respect for the things that I list. I just list clothing because I can find it in an abundance. Do you promote your listings? I have everything promoted. I get more sales from promoted. What are your thoughts? Most of the time, you're going to get more sales from promoted listings just because you're paying them to give you more sales. But if you were to like only pick up bangers, you wouldn't need to promote all of them. If you're selling the hypest to newest release of Jordans, you're not going to need to promote any of them. But if you're promoting like me, I sell saturated mall brand clothing. I need to promote it to stand out above the crowd. So most of my items sell from promoted listings. Um, that's just the way it goes. I'm paying them for it, and it's working. Uh, I love a wide variety of things. I get bored even after listing one niche for a whole day. Um, I felt the same way at first when I first started doing clothing. Now I don't like switching. That's why I have this whole pile of hats sitting over here in the corner because I prefer to just stick with listing clothing. And that's why I totally stopped listing shoes altogether because I don't like switching. Even though it's all in the same clothing category, I don't like switching. If it's not going to hang on that board over there, I don't want to list it. What's up, Travis, my guy? How you doing? Bozos copying off each other's listings. When you put it like that, I'll just make sure that if I sell similar of someone's listing, they have great feedback and lots of recent sales. I don't really worry about feedback or recent sales as much as if the listing is correct. Um, doesn't matter how great their feedback is if they don't know what they're doing. They could they could just be getting lucky. What's up, Rob? How you doing, bro? I would have never thought to sell similar if it's a different brand or aka not the exact same. Learn something new but so simple. It's the category that I'm selling off of. So if I'm selling a pair of women's shorts, that's all that matters to me. It could be Polo Ralph Lauren shorts or it could be Ann Taylor khaki shorts. As long as it's so like I'm not gonna list Nike shorts off of khaki shorts because those are different categories. It's gonna be active wear and shorts, not just women's shorts. So I'm gonna list a pair of jeans off of a pair of khaki shorts. I'm gonna list a pair of jeans, like little jean shorts. I mean, but if it's like a pair of women's, um, like kind of like a cropped khaki or capri or something like that, I'm gonna list that off of a pair of regular khaki pants. It doesn't matter to me. I just switch the item specifics. Now, obviously, like I said, if I know that I have one of those items, I'm gonna sell similar off the most similar item to where I have to change the least amount of specifics possible. I listed so many categories today and still have 20 more drafts to finish tonight. Yeah, if you were doing all one category, you'd be done by now. Muhahaha. Damn, I can't do 10. Hey, you can. You'll get there. Uh Miss Q killing it though lately. Miss Q's been using James's template method, and she's been able to get a lot of sales or a lot of items listed up doing it that way. I try to do sell similar from a top rated seller, a lot better listings to copy. That's a good strategy though. Listing from a top rated seller or someone that's got good feedback and a lot of sold listings. Definitely not the wrong way to do it. If you're gonna sell similar off of someone, you definitely you're gonna be in better shape listing off someone with great sales than someone with 50% negative feedback and two items listed. That's why I focus on listing and nothing else when I'm working. Yep. I found a seven-figure seller on eBay selling vintage clothing, only using keywords, no brands. Blew my mind. I learned something great. I learned some great keywords to use. That is a method, because there are people out there that are not looking for. So let's just say I listed this Blink 182 shirt today. That's on a all style tag, right? But there could be a Blink 182 shirt on a Gildan tag, or it could be on a liquid blue tag, or whatever the tag may be. So sometimes, especially with vintage, is it doesn't matter what the brand is because it matters what's on the shirt. Say I get this really, really cool like pizza shirt, you know what I mean? And the brand doesn't hold a lot of weight, but people like pizza, so I just keyword it up in the title. That definitely will sell an item when you can't find a brand for it. But usually, brand is going to be the determining factor for the bulk of your items. Vintage is just a rare instance where keywords are what sells the item. Even if you do have the brand in the title, it's going to be the keywords that help it get noticed, like grandma core or like chunky for shoes or flare jeans or like Y2K. Like people are looking for Y2K thing uh, items in general. So it's just going to help those items pop up and search better. Let's see. Basically copying off of the best student in class. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Try try a fabric shaver. Works great for that stuff. It's not like that. It's like it's not peeling or anything like that. I could show you, but it's probably not going to show up on camera. Let's see. See it? It's just like fibers. But it's like on there to where I can't lint roll it off, and I literally have to like either pick it all off with tweezers, or I mean, I guess I could just list it the way it is, which is normally what I do, but I don't know. We'll see. And I literally was selling similar ones and went through all the item specifics once I got to the part to price my item. The pay was in Canadian dollars and I couldn't change it. Waste of time. Yeah, I've done that before. When I first got started, it was like uh British pounds or something like that, and I couldn't change it either. Rare that I can be on the live. Very happy. Yeah, it is. It is rare that you're on the lives, Julie. I'm glad you're here. I always copied. I was always the copied as well, but now it's my turn to be the copier. Yeah, what's the channel's name? You promoted suggested. No, I promoted 10% flat across the whole store. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro? Just finished shipping. Wanted to hop in to show love. Appreciate it, my guy. Normally I'd have been off by now. So glad you was able to get on here. Exactly. I'm not even mad about it. I've given up on having to be perfect and the best at everything. Now it's now it's God, do what you can, do what you do, and I'm here. Let's see. Maybe that's a great point. Anyone using self-similar, you cannot use international listings. Yeah, not at all. Chris says he's living the dream. That's what's up. I need to get a hold of you and buy your hats. I love listing hats. My hats are not for sale. They're for a rainy day. Since your last live, I sold 5 hats. Those 5 sales already paid for the bulk by 130. Everything else is profit now. That's what's up. I used the highest paid recent sold, a copy that matches my item the best. They obviously did something better than all the others, so why wouldn't I copy that listing? I saw a listing today where someone sold a George shirt for $1,899. Don't know what went on there. Yeah, hats are easy. They are very quick. Fred Flipstone says, "What is the advantage of using a coupon over just listing at a lower cost?" There is no advantage. It's the same thing. I use coupons because I list my items at market and then I give them an even cheaper price. Uh, it just makes the item stand out a bit because it's got that bright red banner. You don't need to use them though. You can just really price your items at really, really low price. Uh, let's see. What is Miss Q's method? She just uses templates. If you have ever watched James, my boring reseller, he's got a video on how he lists like 200 items a day or something. It's really just using a template that's pretty much got all the items filled out for you. It's very similar to what I do with selling similar, to where like you just copy a listing and all you got to do is put the title in or whatever the item is, and the rest of the items, this item specifics are already filled out for you. I'd buy that pizza shirt. Yep, see, pizza's cool. Like llamas and tacos. Let's see. I take all the photos and use Photo Room. I'll photograph 80 items a day on my phone, transfer each in onto Photo Room, bag and skew, and itemize in Google Sheets everything, and then I list 15 a day. That sounds like a severe headache. I feel for you, my friend. I used to do the Photo Room. I only edited the first photo of the photos, and that still took like way longer than I felt it needed to. I definitely saved myself a lot of headache. Stopped when I stopped editing my photos. Um, and then I don't, I've had I think you're the second person that actually told me today that they itemize their items in a Google sheet. I don't itemize one by one. I used to do that in a notebook. I did it by hand, so I understand why you do it. But when I realized I did not need to do line by line accounting or keep track of items on an individual basis to do my taxes, I stopped doing it that way, and now I just do it by day. And let me show you guys my spreadsheet. A lot of you guys have seen this already. HDA, INC. I don't think you've seen it yet, but I'll share my spreadsheet that I keep track of everything in. Okay, so share screen. All right. Are we sharing? Okay. So if you see right here, um, I just keep track of the date that I bought everything, what I bought, which is clothes, where I bought it from, how many items I bought, and how much I spent. And then it gives me an average buy cost for the whole store. So right now, every item that I've ever bought averages out to $1.44. Even Carhartt jackets that I paid $30 a piece for goes to $1.44 buy cost. I spent $3,058 on inventory so far this year, and I bought 2,192 items. So $1.44 per item. I use this as my buy cost. Let me see. I don't know if it's still sharing. Let me check the yeah, it is. So If you look right here, the enter the average cost of goods, it's $1.44. It just breaks it down over the amount of money that I had made by the amount of money that I had of the items that I sold, and then it just breaks it down. So that's the way I do it. Um, I don't need to document every single item. My process is very fast. I haven't lost anything. Also lets me get ahead on photos so I can list remotely. There you go. As long as it works for you, that's all that matters. There's the listing video. Do you worry about the season when you list a clothing item, or does it not matter? It doesn't matter. Thanks for dropping the link. It's a lot. Couldn't really see the fibers, but I used to throw my pants away when mine got those. If it's the ones I used to get, but you could try a razor if you don't have a fabric shaver. I do have a fabric shaver. It's not going to shave it off. We can't use the new international eBay shipping in Canada. I've been having a decent amount of decent amount of sales through the new international program since it switched over. No problem, long video, but serious game changer and worth watching. George shirt, yeah, it had to be something going on there. Yeah, the money laundering listings are fairly obvious, and I don't use them to sell similar. I would think that you wouldn't. Coupons doesn't help the algorithm. I just say that it doesn't. He said, what's the advantage over using a coupon or just pricing your item at that price? I don't think, I mean, at the end of the day, the buyer's still getting the same deal. So I really wouldn't think that uh, it makes much of a significant difference not in the buyer's opinion. But yeah, it's going to show up. It's going to show up higher in the search because you're offering these perks, sales, markdown sales, things like that. All that stuff helps be your visibility in eBay's search results because they're trying to offer the buyer the best, the best deal, the best shopping experience. Was it the first Curious George shirt ever, or no? Like George, the Walmart brand. Vogue Squared. What is that? Oh, that's the vintage store. eBay recently raised final value fees, different for a lot of different categories, but the highest is now over 14%. So I dropped my promotion to 5%. Haven't noticed a drop in sales. Clothing is like 15 point something percent. So it's even higher, and I'm still promoting it 10%. Thanks for the live marks. Finish 5 more pairs. Time for dinner, and then list all those shoes and get another start on my next batch. That's what's up, bro. Take it easy, man. Almost 100 listings on eBay. Hey, let's go. That's what's up. We are working with Cheryl Taxes this year. She is awesome. Best spreadsheet ever. Yep. That's who is doing my taxes as well. Hold on. You talking about Cheryl, the spreadsheet that I was just using? You're having her do your taxes? Because that's who I'm having do mine. And if you guys want to get the spreadsheet, there's a link in the description for it. Dysfunctional family. What's up, bro? Just checking in with you. This is Mark from the group. Gonna work while listening to your live. That's what's up, bro. I'm actually getting ready to get off here in a minute, but I'm doing good. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to use coupons. I often get full price sales when I have a coupon available. I get people that offer me more money than what they would get if they used the coupon. Say I do 25% coupons. I'll have someone offer me 5% off. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. You could definitely get it for cheaper, but I'll accept your $5 or 5% off offer or whatever. Yeah, Cheryl is the best. She finds things that I didn't even know was an option. She's like, we got to get this number down lower. You got to pay less taxes. I'm like, it's about as low as it's going to go. Coupon and sales equals the psychological effect of people thinking they're getting a deal. Yep. Had a 2-hour meeting with her on Monday. Yes, you're gonna enjoy having her do your taxes. There's the link to the spreadsheet if you guys want to use it. It keeps track of everything, and you get one every year for the rest of at least the rest of her life. So you can't beat it. But yeah, man, I guess that's gonna do it. We're 24 minutes past the normal amount of time that I normally go live for. So if you guys have any other questions, put them in the comment section of this video when the live ends, and then I'll get to it. I think I'm going to film the day in the life video tomorrow. It won't come out until Monday because I have a Ben's video that I filmed yesterday coming out on Friday. So if you guys got any questions or anything about my processes or procedures that you want in the next day in the live video, make sure you comment them. Go to Instagram, go to the comment section here, or join the Discord. It is free. And I'll put it in the video so you guys can see how to do what it is that you're asking about. So if you're catching this on the replay, hit the thumbs up, consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, which I don't really think lives work that way. I think it's generally people that are subscribed. But hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. But until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.